Dion Day, I'm out here at Sycamore BMX in Simi Valley. 37 years old out here with these kids doing something that I wanted to do back when I was 10 years old. And funny enough, I was at a birthday party for my cousin. I remember the exact time, it was July 1987. And I saw a movie, the movie was called Rad. And it just had such a profound effect on me because, you know, at that time there was a lot of things I wanted to do, but none of them seemed real feasible. But BMX races seemed more feasible for the simple fact that one, I had a bike, and two, the BMX track was in my neighborhood. You know, I was like, wow, finally something I can do that's real feasible. I mean, I could actually see the BMX track from my bedroom. You know, so I started trying to practice, and I got hooked on it ever since. Around the time when I first wanted to do it, again, I had a BMX track in my neighborhood, and I was sneaking over there to practice. Unfortunately, I didn't see them holding a lot of races there anymore, and I was wondering why. And I was, going around town asking at different bike shops and, trying to get information on how to get into it. But for some reason, it seemed like they weren't holding races there anymore. The only time you ever saw anybody on there was when we would have to hop over the fence and sneak in and practice. But other than that, just all the activity stopped. And I believe what ended up happening was just the fact that around the time when I first started to get into it, a lot of people in Merced wanted to get out of it. So, just the timing didn't work out. The most challenging thing about getting back into this after being removed from it from like 20 plus years is just the simple fact that your body's different. Even though, I was a professional athlete, I got to a point where I wasn't in the best shape. So trying to get back in shape for this was a real big challenge. Also, there's different muscles and things that you use for this. Every sport has a specific way you have to get prepared for it. And this was something that I didn't readily understand how to get prepared for, because again, I'd been removed from it from so long. So I had to go on and do a lot of studying on, how to approach it. And, from the first time getting back on the track after 20 plus years away from the track, it was difficult because again, the things that your body could do when you were 10 years old are not the same thing your body can do when you're in your mid-30s. Tripped me out was I didn't realize how much fun this would actually be. Like, I came back to it thinking, oh, this is something that, new challenge. I needed something just to challenge me and to get me back in, something encouraging to get me back in shape. But what I didn't anticipate is how much I'd enjoy it. Like, something that I fell in love with when I was 10 years old. I get to the mid-30s, and then all of a sudden I'm like, back into it and enjoying it probably even more now than I did even back then. It was something that I didn't anticipate, and every time I come out here I fall back in love with it because it's just fun getting out on the track and going through. And my thing is for me, it's fun just learning something, you know what I mean? Something that I wanted to get the skill set for when I was 10, I'm able to, thank to the Lord to get the skill set in it now. When you're on the starting gate, for me, the first thing going through my mind is, hoping that I don't slip. Because the gate balancing is a challenge within itself. Every part of this is a challenge. Like, if I can liken this to any other sport, oddly enough, I'd liken it to golf. Because with golf, if anybody's ever played golf before, it's almost like you got to master 3 different things. You have to master driving, you have to master putting, you have to master approaching. With this, you have to master your gate balances, you have to master jumping, which is a whole different game, and you have to master pumping, which is a whole different challenge. So again, it's like you're trying to combine 3 different elements and make it one so that, you can have a good race. And the key thing is trying to ride smooth. So that, that's always the thing that's trying to go through my mind is ride smooth, come out the gate real strong, and, make it happen.